All right, Bochy. The instant replay thing. Tell me about where you think that's going. Are they really trying to get those calls right? Because they're still messing them up, even though they're looking at them. How are they going to fix that?
Well, I think they are for the most part trying to get it right. Now, we have found out in the early go here, it's got to be conclusive in their eyes, and if it's not, they're not going to overturn it. And even though we may think they're safe, doesn't mean we're out, doesn't mean that's the way it's going to go. And so our people Sean Dunston, who's there looking at it, he has learned that it's got to be conclusive or we're not going to challenge it. So that's what we've all learned from this point, I think, because you don't want to lose your challenge unless you know it's going to get overturned.
You think they'd have to add maybe some more, just let you challenge as long as they're legit? Why put the burden on you to kind of juggle the challenges and with the game?
Well, I'll be honest. I wouldn't mind if the burden was on the managers. I think it would speed up the game and keep the flow of the game. And one thing we have found out that some of these are taking a while because they do want to get them right, and you have a pitcher standing out there for 4 or 5 minutes. But overall, I like it. I like the fact that we're trying to get this right, and even though we may not agree at times, even when they review it, at least we're trying to get it right.
Okay, to this point now, you guys have some the success and the things that you're going through right now coming out of the chute. Tell me how you and Rags are kind of managing the situations with the staff and the hitting, and things are kind of hot and cold right now. How do you guys seem to pull that magic off right now?
Well, I think my experience, I've been fortunate I've been doing this for a while. April's kind of when you're trying to get exactly where you're at with the club, what needs to be fixed, and what's working. And as far as these pitchers, you're trying to get them on a roll and on track. And same with the hitters. You always find every year there's a guy or two that struggles early. He battles that. We have a couple of those guys. So April is that month where you're trying to get the feel of the team that pulls the tempo of the club. And now that we're about done with April, I think overall it was a pretty good month. We got some things that we do have to correct on the pitching side and the offensive side.
But Showman, you got to admit you're on top right now. Things aren't looking too bad. You got to be fairly happy with where you are.
Yeah,
I know it's a tough, long grind, obviously, but it could be a lot worse.
Yeah, in our game, you can't be content, and that word should never be used. Never stop trying to improve.
Did I say that?
No, you said happy. And
okay, sorry.
They're similar words.
I didn't mean to.
But you
don't take me out.
And you don't want the players to ever feel like that.
No.
Because your good players never stop trying to improve, and your good teams never stop trying to get better. So that's what we're trying to do.
Just trying to pump you up a little bit because I'm tired of the East Coast favoritism. I like the West Coast. You guys have won 2 championships. Come on, you're always in the back burner. And
if we were to ask you who influenced you in your baseball life, what's the name or names that come to mind?
Well, I'll start with my father. My dad was a huge baseball fan. Growing up, we always had a game on the radio, and so I learned the game through him. He's one that helped me develop a passion for it. Now, on the professional side, I grew up a Mickey Mantle fan, growing up on the East Coast, but as a manager, Bill Burton, my first manager, I thought the world of him. He was fair but firm, tough, but he didn't embarrass you. He had a problem with you, he brought you in, and he didn't sugarcoat it. He told you what he wanted, and that's how I wanted to be treated, and that's the same way I try to treat my players.